Welcome to Storytime, where emotions come alive and every tale leaves a mark. Today, we dive into a story wrapped in desire, a story of lust that's powerful, consuming feelings that blurs the line between passion and destruction. What begins as attraction can quickly spiral into obsession, choices we can't undo, and consequences we never imagined. In a world where the art once what it was, how far is so far. And when desire takes control, we really pays the price. Sit back, listen closely, and let the story remind you that sometimes what glitters isn't love, it's lust. I'm your host for the program, Kende Mohammed. But before we begin today's story, let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Overcome to rise above. Storytime with Kenny, a story of hope. Laveritatv, where stories come alive. Kenny's story, a testament to the power of the drive.
I'm a Desmond. Congratulations, you qualified to the next round of the competition.
Are you ready to take your seat in the hot seat? Welcome to the Hot Seat Quiz Competition Season 2, where brilliance meets opportunity and young minds shine in mathematics, English, current affairs, and general knowledge.
It was Square Lagos. Option C, National Assembly Complex.
This is not just a quiz, it's a platform to build, nurture, expose, and reward the brightest students across our schools. First position, 500,000 naira. Second position, 300,000 naira. And third position, 200,000 naira.
Power 5, that's the right answer.
Think you've got what it takes? Then step forward, take the challenge, and claim your place among champions. Powered by Laveritatv Productions and supported by Adekunle Komolafe Foundation. To participate, donate 5,000 naira to Adekunle Komolafe Foundation or scan this barcode. Registration closes on the 15th of May 2026. For participation, sponsorship, and partnership, please call. Don't just watch greatness, be part of it. This November, greatness takes the field. Welcome to the AKF Football Tournament Season 1, where passion meets purpose and talent meets opportunity. From every corner, champions will rise. Only one team will take home the ultimate prize of 1 million naira cash. Think you've got what it takes? Step onto the pitch in Kaduna State this November 2026 and show the world what you are made of. This is more than football. It's a movement powered by the Adekunle Komolafe Foundation in partnership with Laveritatv Production, giving hope, creating impact, and changing lives. Register now and be part of something big. Support the dream. Donate just 30,000 naira as your participation fee. Hurry, as registration closes on 31st of August 2026. AKF Football Tournament, where legends are born and destinies are fulfilled. Are you ready to play?
Welcome back. Before we begin today's story, I would like to appreciate every one of you for your comments, opinions, and suggestions on all the stories that have been posted. As usual, we have a new dimension to today's story. Sit back and listen. My name is James. I am 30 years old. As the one and only son in the family, I was my mom's favorite child. Everything was perfect in the family. But ever since I clocked the age of 23, my mom has always had that belief that, okay, being the only son in the family, you have to get married. And as a playboy and a fine boy that I am, I always remind her that when the time is right, I'll get married. But deep inside me, it's not as if I don't want to get married. But I have a spirit I am trying to fight against. And what spirit is that? Spirit of lust. I have this spirit ever since I was a teenager. Most times when I see ladies, I want to overlook. But at times, that spirit keeps telling me, go after this, go after that, and go after this. And it became a secret battle for me to fight. It was unbearable though. And while I clocked the age of 25, my mom insisted that it's either I get married or she disowned me. And being my mom's favorite, and I loved my mom so much, I had to promise her, okay, since I'm at the age of 25 right now, I'll get married. She was very happy. And she told me one thing that broke my soul. She said, if I had other children, I wouldn't have bothered you. But you being the only child that I have and I look up to, I want a grandchild. And I felt okay. I told myself one day, I said, maybe me getting married was actually going to be a blessing. Maybe at that time I can actually fight the spirits. So from there, I kept praying to God that, God, I need a missing rib along the line. While I was 27, God brought my missing rib. That was one of my most happiest days on earth. She's beautiful, she's dark, and she came from a family where love truly exists. And if you should see her mother is as beautiful as she is. And after I met her, the first day I met her, and she introduced me to her family. And she was like, this is my mom, this is my dad. Wow. When I saw her mom, I was like, is this your mom or your elder sister? She said it's her mom. That her mom had her at a very young age. Okay, fine. I have a young and beautiful mother-in-law. And we're very, very close. And within 6 months of meeting, we got married. And after we got married, we had our first child. And when we had our first child, who was going to come for Omugo? My mom said she was going to come. Our mom said she was going to come also. But in order to please my mother-in-law, I told my mother-in-law to come. That after she leaves, my mom can come over for the Omugo. Okay, my mom came. Our mom came. So when our mom came, everything was moving fine. One of those days, my wife's boss now called her, and she was like, you need to come to the office right now. And at that time, our mom was still around. And when my wife left, we were in the sitting room watching film. What started like a normal gist, watching film and gisting. And she slept off. And when she slept off, she fell on my body. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know. But she fell. And I looked at her lustfully. And when she woke up, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And while staring at each other, we had our first kiss. We enjoyed every moment. From the kiss, it led to what? Sex. We had sex that day. And I think that was a gateway to our sexual fantasies. And it was like, oh, this is your mother-in-law, but it seems my mother-in-law is stronger than my wife on bed. It was a very beautiful and a beautiful one to behold. Despite inside of me, I feel, oh, my conscience will tell me, okay, what you are doing is totally wrong. But another side of me still wants it. Because my wife is this kind of a very lazy person on bed. But her mom is the expert. Everything was moving fine. We were having our sexual desires being sorted out and everything was going well. So after the 3 months omugo, she said she was going back. I was happy, even though I know I was going to miss everything. And she was telling me, she said, anytime you feel the urge or you feel congee, you know what to do. All you need to do is call me, then we'll meet in an hotel. Despite the fact that I don't want to have anything to do with her anymore. But something still keep pushing me back because she's very beautiful and she's young. Not just young, physically, she's also young inside. She left. So after like 2 months after she left, she called me. And I had the worst news of my life. She said, Oga. I said, yes ma, I am pregnant. And this pregnancy doesn't belong to my husband. You are the father of the child. At that moment, it was as if the earth should open so that I can go inside. Who did I tell my story that my mother-in-law is pregnant? Not just pregnant, she's pregnant for me. And I told her, I said, Mama, what are we going to do now? She said, what are we doing? Are you expecting me to abort this child? No, I am not going to abort the child. And I keep begging her. I said, I was going to give her anything she asked for, but please, she should abort this child. And she kept reminding me that at this age, abortion is never a solution for her. And she's a Christian, so she will never advise someone to go for abortion. And she also can never go for an abortion. And at that moment, I kept telling myself, I need to find a way to get rid of that pregnancy. But it seems her mind was actually telling her everything. And she told me, she made mention of one thing. She said, don't try anything stupid. Stupid care. Stupid. Who will I start telling my story? This is something someone must not hear about. Anyways, as time went by, I kept looking for ways and ways and ways and ways to lure her into the hotel so that we can get rid of the pregnancy. But it seems she already knows she was avoiding me like a plague. After 9 months, as usual, she gave birth to the child. And when my wife told me her mama has given birth to, and so day is the naming will be going, I was like, go where? In fact, that day, I acted like I was sick. But she made sure even with my sick state, I went for the naming. But there was one amazing thing about Mama. When you got there, the way she acted, she didn't even act like someone that, okay, this baby is not it doesn't belong to my husband. She didn't even act like someone who has a conscience, not like me, who was guilty all through. In fact, everybody were asking, are you okay? Are you alright? And when it was time for the testimony, Baba came and he was like, that he wants to thank God for the life of his wife. That it really shows he's man enough. Inside of me, I laughed. If only he knows. And Mama is not willing to do anything, no. She's willing to take care of the child. And my wife, in the other hand, she's not helping matters. In fact, she's happy that at her mom's age, she can still give birth to a child. But who do we tell our secrets to? These are secrets we take to our grave. But can some secrets be buried forever? At this moment of my life, I'm confused. I need someone to talk to, but who do I tell my story to? Should I actually confess to my wife? How do I start confessing? Oh, I'm sorry I got your mom pregnant. What level of betrayal? Or should I actually go to my father-in-law and tell him, okay, I got your wife pregnant, I'm sorry, as per man to man. Will he take it lightly with me? Or on the other hand, should I talk to my mom? I am confused right now. Because at the time when I needed to make the right decision, I allowed my manhood control my sense of thinking. And at this moment in life, I got to understand that Some decisions we take might later be our end. I'm confused right now. I know someone out there might be facing the same similar challenge, or might have seen someone facing the same challenge. I would like to get your opinions on this, and I'll also be in the comment section if you'd like to give me an advice on how to navigate my life, because right now I am totally depressed. But with this depression now, I just pray it doesn't end me. And if you would like your stories to be shared, you can send an email to contact@laveritatv.productions.com. And for our hotel and hospitality management, you can visit our website at www.laveritatahotels.com. You can also follow us on all our social media handles being displayed on your screen right now. And that's all for Storytime with Kenny. I remain your host for the program, Kende Mohammed. See you next week when I bring more amazing, intriguing, and interesting story your way.
Kenny's story, a testament to the power of the drive to overcome, to rise above. Storytime with Kenny, a story of hope.